as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They run the counter. Jefferson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Darnold on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Alrighty. Slam.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. it just never materialized.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check. Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Hey, Delta. 55. Hey, eat. Watch the slats. Mike 55.
3rd and long. It's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 17-0 our score after 1. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Let them know. 58, right? Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the gun, Fields. He's going to walk one, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Darnold. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Flowers in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Darnold now to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Complete to Michael Thomas. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here goes that. 55. Quit talking about it and bring it. Here we go. Rush in.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, turn it out. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Slam.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Ready? Mike, 55.
Here's Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. On the ball.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Ready? With the flag. 58, come on. Know your job.
Throwing on first down. Fields. He'll get this complete to Batson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ready. It's great.
On first down, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw again, Fields. Catch is made by Harry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
First down, Dolphins.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in our lane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. The extra point up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Dolphins 14.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment. Now
the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a give, right side. Jefferson. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The point after is good, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A big play there just before halftime. 66 yards for him on the ground. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. And caught by Thomas for a Jets touchdown. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point safely through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Big stop.
Throwing again. Fields. And his throw here's incomplete. The former Michigan State Spartan, the rookie Justin Lane, there to bat it away.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And 12 at the 22-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They begin with Michel on the ground. Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The 30, 10, 5, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards, and the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in the big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, right side. Jefferson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 36-yard line.
Watch the blue draw quarter.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Shrugs off another. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
We're going to sign. 55. Hey, 80. Hey, look. Protein spill. The ladies. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Hey, exit. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, deep.
On 1st down, Darnold gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
That's the way. Here we go.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Darnold. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield strike. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Check four.
On 3rd down, Fields. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Back to throw. Fields, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's gonna take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after here coming up. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term
taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On second down now, Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on first down. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now a give, right side. Jefferson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown.